Listen online at WCTCAM.com. Jersey moves fast. Join the show that keeps you one step ahead. Jersey Central with Bert Barron on the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC.
It is 7:37. We're back on Jersey Central. Good morning to you. 74 and cloudy. Ready for another hot and humid day. We'll get back to the low to mid-90s. Your full forecast is coming up at 7:45. Brandy Scott will have a traffic update for us then, too. And we're giving away some Somerset Patriots tickets a little bit later on this morning as well. Let's get to the Miller Lite Jersey Central Newsmaker Hotline. And we get together every Tuesday morning to talk about diamonds and gold and silver and collectibles. It is Barry Blank from National Estate Jewelry Buyers in East Brunswick, back for another edition of What's It Worth. Good morning, Barry. Welcome back. How are you?
I am wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks so much for joining me this morning for another edition of What's It Worth. And I think, Barry, a lot of people are familiar with the advertising slogan, and they've heard a diamond is forever. It's something I've been hearing for years and years and years. Talk about how this rather successful campaign got started. It was to market and sell diamonds, right?
That is 100% correct. There's an marketing agency. They used to call it advertising. Now they call it marketing agency.
Mm-hmm.
It's called NWR, who was the agent for De Beers, which is the world's largest diamond syndicate and also known as a monopoly worldwide. And that's how they operate, by trying to control things. But they hired NWR, and they came up with their slogan, "A diamond is forever," in the 1940s. That's 70-something years ago.
So it does go back a ways, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And it was one of the most successful advertising campaigns in history. I mean, everybody knows that.
Exactly.
A diamond is forever. And what do they mean by that? Well, do you have any idea?
A diamond is forever. Well, it's supposed to symbolize something that's supposed to last forever. It doesn't always go that way, but I think that's kind of what it's supposed to do, right?
Supposed to symbolize that love lasts forever and it breaks all barriers. And So really what they did was they created a demand for the diamond. And because before the 1900s, there was people weren't engaged with diamonds. This was a creation of modern history. So,
That's
but
interesting.
now everybody wants diamonds.
Right. Is the bigger the better the case with diamonds, Barry? Is that always true or no?
I think the most brilliant and scintillating and lively is better. I have people come into me all the time and they say, "I want an F color, an E color. I want a VVS stone." That's good for if you're an investor. But you want a stone with what I would say. The bigger is not always better. My wife wears a 1-carat diamond.
Okay.
That's what we got engaged. I'll also add that it's a fancy yellow diamond, so it doesn't look like any other diamond you normally see. But you want the biggest diamond you can comfortably afford, if that's what you want.
Gotcha. And it's about the beauty, the sparkle, the bling, they call it nowadays, and that's what you're looking for, right? And it's what you can afford, right?
It's what you can afford. Please don't. I hate when young couples come in and they say, we were told we should spend a month's salary on a diamond.
People are still throwing that around, huh?
A month's salary, it's like, well, if you make a lot of money, that may be fine. But, people just starting out, I know when I couldn't rub 2 pennies together.
Exactly, right.
When I started out, my salary went in 1978, 79 was $16,000 a year. And that might be a lot of money. I was a gemologist. But in today's terms, it's not enough to live on.
Exactly. Let's remind people, Barry, this morning of the 4 C's. Maybe people have heard about the 4 C's when it comes to grading and evaluating diamonds. You want to walk us through those and what that's all about?
Sure. The 4 C's are an acronym, so not an acronym, but the first letter of each word, the first being carat or carat weight. There are 100 points to the carat. So if you see a diamond that's 1.25 carats, it's a carat and a quarter, or 25 points over a carat. Then you go to the cut of the stone. Now, the cut of the stone in this case refers to the shape of the stone. Was it, in my opinion, was it a round? Will it be a marquee, an oval, cushion, an emerald cut, etc.? And there are many, many cuts that we don't even see too often, but there.
Is the
Then you
value
have color.
is value impacted by cut?
100%.
It is.
It's the most demand cut in the wholesale industry is round. That's the easiest shape to cut out of a rough diamond crystal.
Okay.
And that's why you have the most plentiful, and the entire diamond industry is based upon the 1 carat round and the quality thereof.
Gotcha. Okay. You were going to move on to color next?
Sure, color. Color is, I love people coming to say, I want a B-colored diamond. Well, there is no B color.
Okay.
The diamond coloring starts from letter D like David, and it goes down to letter Z. And D is colorless, which means on a white board with a daylight source, either the sunlight or something else, when you shine a light through it and you use this white background, there'll be zero color. You won't see any yellow or any other color in that stone. As it goes down the scale to letter Z, it gets more and more and more yellow, sometimes brown, but more and more yellow. So something really funny happens. When it gets down to Z, it's the least expensive color until it goes over and deeper and becomes fancy yellow. I'm sure you've heard the term canary yellow.
Sure.
Well, we don't use that anymore. We use light yellow, fancy yellow, light fancy yellow, intense yellow, vivid yellow. And these colors go up in price dramatically now. If you get a natural pink or a blue or a green or a red or a purple, is astronomical prices. You're talking about thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars per carat.
Wow. And the last of the 4 C's, Barry?
Would be clarity. And when we say is clarity, it's an interesting word, clarity, because what we're talking about is the internal and external characteristics of the diamond. Is the diamond clear, and you got to also state, at 10 power magnification? So we don't go to 20 power or 50 power or 100 power. It's 10 power. It's what we use in a loupe or a microscope. Do we see anything inside or outside that stone? The most important and the most expensive color is going to be, color clarity is going to be internally flawless. They don't call them flawless. They call them internally flawless.
Okay.
Then it goes to VVS, then VS, and SI to imperfect. And these are all very important, and they're graded by GIA standards, and when GIA does it, they have no money involved. So they're an independent laboratory.
Okay. There's a lot going on, and it's for some people it's an incredibly important purchase, and some that a lot of people will make once in their lifetime. And you kind of guide people. You'll work with people, Barry, before they make this diamond purchase?
I will always guide them, and what I will tell people is work within your budget.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's important to you to go to color and clarity, we'll fit that. Yeah, but what I recommend, and it's a personal thing, if you're looking to save money,
Yeah.
you go from G to I color, which is you're not going to see it. They're near colorless stones, and you go from SI, and some people will differ with me, to I1. Why I1? Because an I1 stone, you still can't see the imperfect most of the time if it's a well-placed inclusion. You save so much money if you go in that color range and clarity range.
Wow.
But people who, I want the best, I want the best, you don't want to put an investment on your finger. That's my take on it.
I like that. That's well said. So someone could call and they'll talk to you or one of your gemologists about the diamond purchase. How do they contact you and set that up?
Well, you can call us at 732-257-GOLD, which is 4653. Again, it's 732-257-GOLD. And, you can also send us an email, but I so prefer, I'm old world, I prefer a phone call.
That's the way to do it. Of course, the free evaluation days are continuing every Tuesday at National Estate Jewelry Buyers. Stop by there. And they're located on Route 18 in East Brunswick next to FedEx office. Good stuff today, Barry. Thanks so much for joining me on What's It Worth, and we'll do it again next week, okay?
See you next week.
You bet. Thank you so much. All right, Barry Blank.